Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Grow Folds, and today we'll be going to PlantCon Dallas 2025. It is day one, part 3 of this 3-part in series. As always, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video, as well as give me a follow on my Instagram page at Grow Folds. That is the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me if you have any questions about the plants or anything of that nature. So as you can see right here, I went ahead and took a little bit of a break. Went back outside, had a little bit of a lunch, and I am going back inside to take a look at what PlantCon has to offer. You can see that the sun is starting to come out. I came out here early in the morning as part of the Creator Collective team, where we are making some plant content. And then you can just see right over here, we've got some amazing things to look at for PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas. So we're walking back inside here, and you can see that there is a bit of a crowd now that they've let some people in. You can see plant foldies. It is a beautiful morning out here in Dallas, Texas. And as you can see right here, we do have a space. So whenever you go to a plant show such as PlantCon International, you can see that they have lockers here where people can freely buy their plants and then actually leave them for storage. So you can see there are some large foliage plants. We've got a lot of volunteers. Plant foldies, look, there's a foldie right here. Hey. She was on that other video. Hi. It is always great to see plant foldies, especially whenever we go to plant shows such as PlantCon 2025. I've met some amazing people, and I really appreciate the love and support that the plant foldie community has. That is my girl Marie. She was in a previous video, and you can see she's out here with her daughters as well. So we're actually looking at some of these plants that Fantasy Garden has. They have a really good selection and a really good deal in terms of buying certain plants for the price. So it's a 5 for the price of 40. And so we are just kind of deciding on which plants that we want to go ahead and buy. You know, they've got a plethora of syngoniums, philodendrons. So we're just taking a look. Which one would you actually choose, plant foldies? Leave that in the comment section below. As far as Fantasy Garden, you can see they've got a massive selection of different types of plants. Again, they are based out in Houston, Texas, and often do plant markets and sell their beautiful plants right over here. I will say that their plant pricing is rather cost effective. So if you ever make it out to PlantCon, definitely check out Fantasy Garden. You can see that they've got many to pick from. And as far as my plant foldies that were hanging out with me at PlantCon, we definitely had a good time. We definitely got to look at some of these plants. I mean, take a look at this gorgeous philodendron pink Birkin. It is the pink variety, and I actually ended up getting one of these a little while back, of all places, at a grocery store called HEB. And so you would be surprised where you can find plants. But I will say, when it comes to PlantCon, you are definitely going to find some amazing plants, many different varieties. You just have to really take your time and walk around. I will also say, in terms of just the early access tickets, highly recommend that if you do not like to be around a lot of crowds, because PlantCon has steadily grown over the years, and there is a huge following of plant lovers, plant enthusiasts, plant collectors that attend PlantCon. So if you are wanting to go shop for some of these rare plants, definitely invest in getting the early access tickets. I honestly think it is definitely worth it as we continue to walk around the different types of vendors and booths today. gorgeous variegated Rhaphidophora tetrasperma right here for $50. And this was a wish list plant that actually I ended up acquiring through a friend. And so you can see right here, Marie and her daughters are actually picking up some plants. Decisions in terms of just the plants that we are gonna choose, because it is such a good deal in terms of getting multiple plants for the price of $40. I love that as well. You can see right here, this is a Syngonium Godzilla that we are kind of struggling to get out. I do like the curly texture of it. And then we obviously have different types of Syngoniums. We did end up getting some Syngoniums as part of the deal right over here. And I did want to shout out Plantasy Gardens for just being super kind and actually giving us a bonus plant. So again, please make sure you guys are following Plantasy Gardens on Instagram, support their social medias if they have a Facebook. And you can even see right over here, this is Marie's, so far their plant haul. I mean, they've even got some Classy Rabbit Soil here. Classy Rabbit Soil, again, is a local small business based out in McKinney, Texas. And I love being able to utilize my social media platforms to promote local and small businesses. It is all about the plant community. And, you know, with PlantCon, and I am just really excited to continue to attend different types of PlantCons. I know that next year they will be having them PlantCon in the West Coast in Los Angeles. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, because I am planning a trip out to the Philippines, which is where my family is originally from. So we'll see what that looks like next year. But what I can tell you about today's video, PlantCon, is definitely follow their social media profile as well. And you can see, look at how happy my plant foldy, my friend Marie is. It looks like we are going to be picking up these plants right over here. We've got a Syngonium Three Kings and a Syngonium Albo here. And, you know, decisions when it comes to plants. Honestly, I think that they need to go ahead and just buy both. Syngoniums are pretty easy to take care of. The only thing about Syngoniums is they do not like to stay dry for too long. So if you are an underwaterer like me, somebody who puts their plants in drought, that is not the best option. So we're going to go ahead and continue to walk around here. As you can see, we've got different types of plant selections. You can see that the crowd is starting to pick up. You can see that the DFW plant community is out in full force. I mean, it is in Dallas, Texas, and you can even see right here, Emily's Exotics. We've got plant accessories. We've got all sorts of booths here, and it looks like it is a 3-booth combination. Emily's Exotics is another local plant vendor out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She's got a lot of carnivorous plants, and I often see Emily's Exotics out at these different types of plant swaps and plant communities. And so even on a global stage, and I say global stage because PlantCon International is one of the largest plant conventions in the United States, I love seeing the Dallas plant community really represent what we are all about. I mean, just being able to showcase all of the local vendors here, it really just brings me so much joy. And yes, this is long format content. Yes, you will be walking around with me today as we complete our series of long format videos, a walkthrough for PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas. My secret plant shop, it's no longer a secret because we've got it on the video today. Look at these plants, and these plants are pretty much fresh import plants. And so whenever you go to plant shows, you can acquire fresh imports, which are basically plants that have been shipped overseas. They are very much so cost-effective plants. However, they are plants that need a little bit more rehabbing and acclimation care, just because there is a process to make sure that these plants are pest-free. They've traveled thousands of miles. They have traveled from a very conducive area where they are getting the best humidity, lighting, etc. So you know, there is some pros and cons when it comes to fresh imports, but overall, if you are aware of how to acclimate import plants, you are going to get a really good value for it. So you can see right over here, there are more people that are just starting to get into the plant con, and you can see that there are just lots and lots of vendors. What I also have to say about this year's plant con is we have had lots of space to move around. Sometimes plant conventions can be very, very much packed because there's so many plant lovers. Now over here is Houseplants. Now this is, I believe, another vendor that's based out in Houston or somewhere around that area. Houseplants actually has quite a bit of like value, budget-friendly plants, but that doesn't mean that they don't have quality plants. They definitely do. They've got some showstopper plants, but they have it in a way where these plants are a little bit more affordable. So going to PlantCon or any kind of plant convention, you really want to just canvas the plant pricing, especially if you've got a specific budget. Otherwise, you might miss out on deals. But I will tell you, Houseplants is the place to go if you're looking for some very budget-friendly, cost-effective plants. I have bought plants from them before, and then you can just see that they've got a wide variety of plants, whether it's this beautiful Syngonium albo right here. This is only for $12, but look at the high variegation on this particular plant. You can see that my friend Marie is actually hanging out with me, and I do urge any of the plant foldies that want to hang out with me at any of these plant shows, definitely let's plan for it. I would love to see and meet all of the amazing viewers and subscribers. And for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie, and I typically do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos, but I've really started to evolve and get you some more different types of content. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, consider joining my YouTube membership tier. Definitely consider joining it. You can press the join button if you're watching this video on a computer. If you are watching this on the YouTube app on your phone, you can just click the direct link that is in the comment section. But the YouTube membership tier actually gives me a little bit more sustainable passive income, as well as just making this channel a little bit more sustainable in the efforts to produce this type of content. You will get channel perks where you'll get special emojis. You will get members only videos that will be uploaded. And overall, it just really helps me out. So I hope you guys will consider joining my YouTube membership tier, which I call the Super Plant Foldies. And you can tell who is a Super Plant Foldie in the live chats because they do have an Aglaonema emoji that changes the longer you stay a Super Plant Foldie. Now over here, you can see we've got a variegated philodendron silver sword. One of my wish list plants. I really love the variegation of this, but I also love the look of a just a regular silver sword. It's a fast grower. It's an easy grower. It does need a moss pole or some type of support for it to climb up. And you can see right over here, look at that beautiful pink variegation here and just all of the plants that Houseplants has to offer. So we're just going to continue to pan around here and look at their gorgeous plants. You can see that you can follow them on Facebook and Instagram. This is the QR code, and you can buy their plants and plant supplies online 24/7 anytime, which I love because sometimes you feel like you just want to go plant shopping. And then you can even see right here, they've got their own branded merchandise. And take a look at this philodendron orange princess. I love orange variegation or orange type plants. This one is not a bad price at all, considering it is a little bit pricey in general to acquire the philodendron orange princess, but that one is not a bad price. And then obviously you can see we've got lots and lots of plant accessories. You can see that in terms of just plant con in general, if you're looking for plants, obviously it's going to be there, but in terms of plant accessories, plant clothing, planters, this is the place to go. And again, I do urge everybody to check out plantconinternational.org on their website so you can see future events and when they are going to actually have a plant show, hopefully to the nearest city you live in. I know that they are on the works of just trying to get more places or locations to have plant con. So for me, I hope that they continue to show in Dallas, because Dallas has a very strong plant community. And then for the plant foldies, let's definitely plan on having a huge plant foldie meetup next year. I would love to meet each and every single one of y'all. Now over here you can see we've got a philodendron caramel marble, and you can see that they've got some starter plants here. This one I believe is not as bad of a price as you would pay for a philodendron caramel marble. You know, there are some plants that still are holding their value, and for me, if you are not able to afford some of the plants just yet, I know that in the end, plants do, decrease in their price as they become a little bit more readily available for the market. I always say when there is a demand and a need and a shortage of the demand and need product, that's when the plant pricing, or just the pricing in general, is a little bit higher. But let's go ahead and just continue to walk around here and look at these plants. Feel free to press the thumbs up or like button for this video if you made it this far into the video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I would really appreciate the support as we continue to grow this YouTube channel. And I mean, take a look at this Monstera Burley Marks Flame, only for $50. And I remember when this would cost an arm and a leg. $5. That's why you go to Houseplants every time. Right, plant foldies, that was an amazing price. So let's see what other plants we'll see and what other cameos and guests we'll see on this video today. So let's continue to walk around and see who we're gonna meet up at PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas. Hi there.
Hi, I'm Shatara. I'm with the Credit Collective, and we're here at PlantCon. We're to have a great time, get some good content, buy some plants. I'm gonna do my best. Okay, here's my plan. Either 6 plants or up to $200, whichever comes first.
Which one?
I don't know.
So just to let you know, my husband Luke, he put me on a plant ban. Well, I really need to be on a plant ban, right?
Plant ban.
At Prop and Grow, I already have a special Aglio $36. Can we get a super sticker? Can we get something, a tip out?
Something.
Can we find out? I need to know. So tell me, what is your experience so far at PlantCon?
It's been really great. So I have a friend that I've known since I was in high school who's selling right over here.
Okay.
And I'm just excited to be around a bunch of plant people, buy a bunch of stuff, and just chill and have a great time.
So what are some plants that you have already seen that you're like, is it out of my budget? Can I make it fit in my budget?
I've seen several out of my budget already, and they're basically variegated.
Everything?
Yeah, variegated everything. Mostly variegated allocations that are out of my budget right now.
So I have to ask, what was the inspiration for the eyes today?
It was the only pearls I brought with me here to Houston, so it's all I had. So that's why I put on my eyes.
And ma'am, can you let my plant foldies know what is your social so they can follow you?
Yes, so you can find me on TikTok at Your Favorite Plant Auntie or fave.plantauntie on TikTok.
Boom, thank you.
Thank you, honey. A Florida beauty. I told her I was gonna find. I could cry right now, child. I could cry right now. Hold on, let me.
You need this?
I need this. I'm buying it.
It's a cross. It's a cross. Buy it.
Oh, wait, it's $3.50. Never mind. I missed the.
It's out of your budget.
Oh, baby, yes. What else they got? 200.
We love the hair twirl and flip as we continue to walk around here. And again, she is amazing. I love Shatara. She is just such a good vibe, such good energy. And then as you can see right here, we are now at the Botanic Boys Plant Co. We're just walking around looking for some really budget-friendly plants. You can see that these booths have a lot of effort placed into them. I bought from them as well, and you can just see she's trying to get the best value for the plant pricing at PlantCon International 2025 in Dallas, Texas. So let's just continue to walk around here, plant foldies. Again, leave in the comment section what you think about some of the plants that you are seeing. Definitely follow the social medias of all of these vendors, and you can see it is a local favorite, Peta's Planters. You already know Plant Foldies. Again, Peta's Planters is a local small business based out in Dallas, Texas. I love Peta's Planters. Peta's Planters is bringing the heat, and you know, for PlantCon Dallas, they actually had 2 booths. So they obviously have their main booth here, which is headed by Peta herself, and then we also have the Hoya booth, which is also headed with Shauna. So she had a Hoya booth where it's just strictly Hoyas, and then obviously the main booth right over here. And as you can see, Peta is part of the Plant Foldy campaign to hashtag popularize Aglaonema. We love that for ourselves. And you can even see right here all of the different types of plants that Peta's Planters has. This one is an Aglaonema Pink Emerald, and I love the Aglaonema Pink Emerald in a sense that it has rounder leaves and it's got some nice pink coloration to it. And then we've got a Manjula Pothos right over here, and Manjula Pothos is one of my favorite pothos. It comes a close second to the Neon Pothos. But in general, pothos plants are the best plants to start off with if you're looking for a beginner-friendly plant. And then obviously Peta has a bunch of different types of Syndapses, and she really just has lots of plants to begin with, whether it's ultra rare, super cool plants or some more beginner-friendly, budget-friendly plants. You can shop Peta's Planters. They do live selling events on her Instagram page on Thursdays. Definitely tune into that. And I did want to shout out some plant foldies, Angelie, Planty Buds, David. Y'all always jumped on to Peta Planters live selling events. Thank you for supporting small businesses. Thank you for purchasing and choosing to shop small. And as the holidays come around, I hope you guys continue to support small businesses like Peta's Planters, because her business is actually growing and I love that. And you can see right here, she's got some variegated philodendron bolitiae. That is still a top wish list plant. And take a look at this variegated plant right here. I believe this might be a variegated Bob C. I didn't really look at the plant IDs, but what I do know is look at that variegation. You know, Peta's Planters has to bring in the heat, has to represent the Dallas-Fort Worth plant community, and obviously she is all about hashtag popularizing Aglaonema. Everybody knows that I utilize my PlantCon videos to showcase Aglaonemas. I just truly believe social media has a powerful aspect of actually promoting a specific plant. Maybe we can get it trending. All I know is this. Look at this Aglaonema Pink Panama. I love it as well. And I think everybody should at least get one Aglaonema. If you want to start your Aglaonema collection, go ahead and purchase it from Peta's Planters. We love Peta. Definitely follow her on her Instagram page at Peta's Planters, and you can just see right over here, she's also got Anthurium. So if you're talking about all of the plants in one booth, the ones that you want, you can go ahead and just find Peta's Planters. If you ever make a trip out to the Dallas-Fort Worth area, go ahead and go to her storefront, her brick and mortar store. And yes, there are still plant shops that are brick and mortar. Support her store because every corner of her store has amazing plants. And I am just happy to support good people like Peta and David. They have some amazing plants, and I hope you guys will share this video so more people can see the beautiful plants that she brings to PlantCon, and obviously just to see her plant shop in Dallas, Texas. I need the variegated Anthurium Renaissance, and so I'm just going to go ahead and shamelessly plug this video for a sec. So there is a way to send a super sticker, which is basically a monetary tip that you can give a content creator on YouTube. I will say it does help with the sustainability of the channel. It's one way to show your support and appreciation. Obviously, do not feel obligated to do so, but there might be some people that want to go ahead and give a super sticker, a super thanks. Just press the $ on the bottom right hand corner of your screen and you can enter an amount. And to be honest, that might be able to help me fund some of my wish list plants that I want to get in the near future. But as you can see, Peta's Planters, we love Peta's Planters. We also love La Costa Plants right over here. This is another vendor that's based out in Houston, Texas. So we have a lot of Texas vendors here. Look at the setup, super organized, many different types of plants. And you know, to give PlantCon International some huge accolades and credit, they really have this plant show convention down to a science in terms of just the organization. It's been very seamless. I also love the fact that they have so many different types of vendors, ranging from local to out of state to even international vendors, and that just makes it a legitimate international plant show. I know that it may not necessarily be like the Bangkok, Thailand plant show where you're seeing some ultra rare plants, but you can even see variegated philodendron giganteum, which this was at Peta's Planters, for instance, and somebody did end up buying this massive statement piece plant, and we love that. We love to drive sales, and you know, watching this video, I hope that you guys are able to take back you know, some inspiration, maybe get you guys excited to attend a legitimate plant show. And this is the reason why I do long format content. And hear me out for a second. In the world where now we have a lot of people that do really short reels and just the scrolling that we do on TikTok, I really want to bring back the long format content because I feel like there is still a space for it, because now you can listen to me talk for more than an hour and you can actually get a full rundown of some of the vendors, some of the plants that you will see, and really it's more of a point of view as if you were walking through a plant shop. So again, for anybody that supports long format content, I really appreciate it. I am delving into short format content, but just know my bread and butter will always be the long format content. Feel free to leave in the comment section, Plant Foldies, what your thoughts about our long format content. Do you prefer it? Do you like a mixture of both? I would like to know, but for me, I'm long-winded, and my good friend Aloha Plants Drea from Dallas, Texas is also another YouTuber that makes plant content. And we were just talking about how in a world where everything is inundated with really short format content, you know, just a blink of an eye and the content is done. Not to say that that content is not amazing, but we do have to stand our ground for those that are long-winded like me that want to talk about plants in a little bit more longer format. Variegated Ventures. So this one is another Filipino American based business, and I have to shout that out because my family is from the Philippines, and you know, with having that visibility, I just love the fact that there are a lot of Filipino American entrepreneurs and vendors out at PlantCon, and I just love it. And you know, during the time PlantCon Dallas 2025 was happening, there was an actual pageant called Miss Grand International 2025 where the Philippines actually won their second crown. It was a back-to-back crown, and we ended up filming a clip where I let the owner know that Miss Philippines won, and of course we're shouting, we're being crazy, and only if you are really Filipino do you understand the excitement it happens when one of our queens wins you know, a beauty pageant. Currently, you know, there is Miss Universe happening and et cetera, but you know, that's one thing I like and something I want to educate the viewers and subscribers. If you are Filipino, if you are part of the Filipino American or just a Filipino that lives somewhere in this part of the world, there is what you call the kababayan spirit, which is the countryman spirit, the bayanihan factor, I can't even pronounce it, where we really do support each other just as much as the plant community supports each other. Filipinos, at least my experiences, it's all about family and community, and I really want to share that part of my heritage to the rest of the world. I mean, you can see right over here, she's got some amazing plants. This one right here, I ended up getting from another seller for a more budget-friendly price, but look at this beautiful palm right here. Look at that variegation, and you can see this booth actually has variegation and some really ultra rare plants. So we're just gonna go walk around, pick up the plants, and showcase these beautiful plants that she has grown herself. Plant foldies, what do you think about Variegated Ventures? Because if you are really going on an adventure, you need to go ahead and buy this Variegated Philodendron Bellitiae. And just everywhere you turn, every corner of her booth, she's got something variegated. I mean, look at this Alocasia too. Love it. Lots of variegated alocasia. So again, if you are able to follow Variegated Ventures on Facebook and Instagram, definitely support her. She is able to ship nationwide in the United States. And so if you're looking for some wish list plants, some rare plants, let's go ahead and support Variegated Ventures. I definitely want to uplift and promote my kababayan, or my fellow countrymen from the Philippines. And you know, you guys need to go ahead and get yourself an Aglaonema pictum tricolor, for instance. This is another one of those wish list plants that a lot of Aglaonema lovers like myself, I have quite a bit of these already, and they're actually a pretty fast grower. Some people will say that they're a little bit more finicky, but I don't think so. If you just give them the right lighting conditions and maintain the watering requirements. And then you can even see right over here, she's got more Aglaonema. She's got a variegated Monstera mint, and this is one of my favorite Aglaonemas. This is an Aglaonema Kanza right here. This is a hybrid that was created by a famous Indonesian hybridizer, the late Greg Hambali. Look at that. And this is a reason why I do not understand. I'm so confused. Please, somebody let me know in the comment section why people are not going crazy over Aglaonemas. But you know what? We can all be crazy for Aglaonemas on the plant foldies. YouTube Growfold YouTube channel. I love the fact that you guys have really embraced that beautiful plant. But as you can see right here, Plant Foldies, this is one of the premier. And if you were to ask me, one of the best vendors out at PlantCon Dallas 2025, because she had so many different plants. And don't let the price tags fool you, because she actually had some really good plant pricing for the majority of her rare plants. I know that she had an Anthurium Queen of Hearts, that large one right there, I believe was only for like $35, which is a steal. And she even had a variegated calocasia, which you are looking at right now, for a very good price. So for me, it is all about just making sure you are really looking at all of the vendors before you start buying plants. That's the thing about going to a plant convention such as PlantCon International. You are almost compelled to buy the first plant you pick up. I get it. Some people want to buy the plants right then and there because it may not be there when you go back. But if you're able to just kind of give a quick walkthrough and kind of canvas the pricing, you are going to be able to at least save a little bit more money, or at least find some budget-friendly plant pricing. But my friend Sean actually ended up buying this Anthurium Queen of Hearts, beautiful plant. And you know, some people say that the Queen of Hearts is definitely not as sought after, but to me, it is such an elegant looking Anthurium. I mean, Anthuriums in general are elegant, but this particular one, and for the price he paid, is definitely a great deal. So if you are all about that variegations, go to Variegated Ventures and follow their journey on Facebook. And now we're going to Art Garden Flowers. And again, you know, shout out to Riki and the team. Please follow Art Garden Flowers. That is one of my favorite international vendors. My good friend Harry of Indo Miami Plants, please follow him as well on Instagram. You can see that they have some impeccable packing in terms of these plants. Now, these plants were just brought in from Indonesia, but you can see that they have the clear plastic dome on these plants, which protects the plants, holds some of the moisture, and I mean, just looks super healthy. And so if you are ever a little bit cautious or a little bit apprehensive about getting import plants or plants from overseas, go ahead and inquire about Art Garden Flowers on Instagram. They do have a website, artgardenflowers.us, where you can buy these plants, and not only buy these plants and get them shipped directly from Indonesia to your doorstep, but you don't necessarily have to have an import license because they go through a US broker. So they keep things a little bit more simple, which I absolutely love. My plant haul actually came from Art Garden Flowers, so shout out to Harry from Indo Miami Plants for really just sourcing out some amazing aglaonemas. The aglaonemas actually came from aglomart88 on Instagram, so if you want some legitimate, amazing, super rare, uncommon aglaonemas, definitely follow aglomart88 as well. And the thing about Art Garden Flowers is they are also an air cargo post service, so they are able to source out plants from Indonesia. So they have that as well. They do shipments, I believe, once a month, and you can just see that they have many different types of plants to choose from. I did a live selling event, and I was really happy. I was able to sell some of these plants for pickup for some of the plant foldies, and so I'm really happy. Hopefully my plant foldies that I was able to pick up these plants for them and ship it to their respective homes are really satisfied with the quality of the plants. But as you can see right here, Art Garden Flowers, I would say, is one of the most trusted international vendors. They have shipped all over. All of their plants go through a rigorous phytosanitary certificate, so they get these plants legally and healthy to the United States, and I love that. You know, going through a US broker, it just makes it so much easier instead of having to get an import license, and just they've been doing this for a while. So again, plant foldies, if you want your wish list plant, if you like philodendron, aroids, anthuriums, aglaonema, syngoniums, Hoyas, go to Art Garden Flowers. I mean, take a look at the plant pricing here. Philodendron Florida Beauty, this one's got some high variegation, only $25. Here's the thing about the plants though, these plants will need a little bit more acclimation in terms of just what do you do with import plants such as the ones that you would pick up at Art Garden Flowers. I would definitely check the root system in the sphagnum moss. If the roots are actually not as dehydrated, I would go ahead and just pot them up in the substrate you want to put them in. If they are dehydrated, I would let them just soak in a nutrient solution such as water with Super Thrive solution for about 24 to 48 hours, and then consider putting them in their substrate. But I used to let them rehydrate a little bit longer than I should have, and actually I have a higher success rate of actually acclimating these plants. Another thing I would also recommend whenever you're acclimating plants from overseas, such as the ones you would get from Art Garden Flowers, is you can also grow these and acclimate them outside in a shaded area. Now obviously it is the fall season, so I would not recommend this, but if you are getting plants, say from overseas in the springtime or even the summertime when the weather is warmer, acclimating them outside is actually my suggestion. It may not always work, but as you can see right here, Shatara is actually having a ball finding some of her wish list plants at Art Garden Flowers. So please subscribe to their YouTube channel. They actually have a YouTube channel as well. Search Art Garden Flowers. You can see that they've got many videos as well featuring their nursery out in Indonesia. And I did just want to shout out Harry and the team for just giving me a space and also just working alongside with me as we continue to bring some awareness on how to get plants from overseas. They really make things simple. I love the fact that Art Garden Flowers is often seen at these plant shows, and I cannot wait for 2026 to see what other plants that they will bring at these particular shows. Also, I wanted to give a shout out as well. We were going to get the Aglaonema book. It's one of the first English language books that I helped collaborate with Harry, who is the actual author, and the Art Garden Flowers team for creating that. But if you want to see Aglaonema care tips, see Aglaonema hybrids, we are going to have a book for purchase. And if you guys are interested, please leave in the comment section below so we can get a tally of any pre-orders that people want. It is a beautiful book, so many beautiful photographs, and you will start to really learn the history of Aglaonema as well as just where these hybrids come from. I mean, take a look at this. Look at the beautiful variegation of this particular plant. Is this plant even real? And that's the reason why I am very much so partial to Art Garden Flowers. So again, shout out to Riki and the Art Garden Flowers team. So let's go ahead and just continue to walk around here. I am just going to keep talking about some of the plant and vendors here. Cultivar, this is another Filipino American based business based out in Houston, Texas. Ate Marie has some amazing plants, and one thing I will say is they are really known for their Monstera albos, but they basically have any type of uncommon rare plants, variegated plants. And when they had the storefront, they would actually sell cuttings as well, which I think is a unique feature, especially if you're trying to make plants a little bit more accessible to the general public. And I really feel like oftentimes there could be some gatekeeping when it comes to rare and uncommon plants, but I love the vendors that really try to make an attempt to make these plants a little bit more available for the general public. And so as far as cultivar, definitely follow them on Instagram. And I'm just gonna walk around here and show you what plants they have to offer. Feel free to leave in the comment section what you like, and definitely show them some love in the comment section below. Their booth set up at Cultivar is absolutely stunning, and I hope y'all continue to support Cultivar. I mean, you can see right here, if you want a variegated Belitier, this one is a small baby one for $129. And so if you just want a starter one, you can make your wish list plant dreams come true by purchasing at Cultivar. And I just love all of the variegated plants. Everywhere you turn, you can see some variegated plants. They've got anthuriums as well, Hoyas as well. And so as far as a full-blown plant shop, I do believe they sell online as well on their website, but also on Palm Street. I mean, this is one of the Hoyas I want. This is the one that has been on my wish list if I were to grow Hoyas. I really like that minty pastel green look on this particular Hoya. Feel free to leave a super sticker if you want to fund my wish list plant as well. I would definitely appreciate that. But as far as Cultivar, just for them to take the time to drive up all the way to Dallas, Texas, you know, it is a far haul, at least 4 hours, to bring all of these plants, and they are still super healthy. There is a lot of work that's involved whenever a vendor is showing at a plant show such as PlantCon, and so that's the reason why I encourage any but plant lovers, if you want a full immersive experience where not only do you get to see some of these rare and uncommon plants, also get to meet other plant lovers, I would encourage people to at least buy some of the plants that these vendors put out, because of the amount of effort, work that is placed into actually growing the plants, hauling them to a show like PlantCon Dallas, as well as just making sure that these plants are displayed in a way where you are inspired to purchase these plants. I mean, I was on a plant ban, so I already spent all of my money before I stepped into PlantCon Dallas 2025, because I pre-ordered and bought my plants from Art Garden Flowers. However, if you are intending to go to a plant show like this, PlantCon Dallas, you definitely need to make sure you have a budget set up. Definitely see which plant pricings there are. But as you can see, the vendors that I've featured so far, I highly recommend. So definitely support Cultivar Texas as well. And then we're just going to go ahead and walk around. I'm going to just show you the different types of vendors that they have as well. In addition to all of these aroids and philodendrons and anthuriums, this particular vendor right here is based out, I believe, in the DFW area. I mean, look at these massive cactus as well. So let's take a gander and a look at the selection of cactus and succulents that they have. Plant Foldies, what do you think of all of the vendors we've seen so far and just having this walkthrough experience at PlantCon Dallas 2025? You can see right over here, we have some more vendors to take a look at, and I'm gonna walk around here. This is one of my favorite vendors, and I hope you guys will follow them on Instagram. This is RGV Greenland. Please follow them on Instagram, show some support, let them know you are a Plant Foldie. This vendor was really unique to me in a sense that they had a probably the best Syndapsis selection out of all the vendors in PlantCon. And that says a lot because there were some amazing vendors. I mean, you can see we've got some Syngoniums as well and other plants, but I didn't really want to talk through this vendor. All I wanted to do is actually point and shoot, show you their beautiful plants, enjoy the soundtrack that we have for my YouTube channel. So again, shout out to DJ Bang Beats for this particular track that is currently playing, which is called Prepare Yourself, because I definitely need you to prepare yourself as we look at these gorgeous plants, especially the Syndapsis. I regret not buying the Syndapsis. There were a couple of them as well. And you know, as much as I love Pothos and Epipremnum aureum, Syndapsis is another family or genus of plants that I hopefully will get more time to explore and really grow next year. You already know, Plant Foldies, I've been talking about downsizing my plant collection, really having a curated plant collection, but it's just really tough when you are exposed to so many beautiful plants like these. So let's just go ahead, walk around and look at these Syndapsis. Feel free to leave in the comment section what you think about this selection, and if you have any wish list plants. Again, that is the reason why we do need to support PlantCon, especially when it comes to these amazing vendors. I mean, this is such a beautiful variegated Tomathophyllum. I would totally buy a variegated Tomathophyllum because as the leaves actually mature, they really do start to fenestrate and just look amazing. So let's go ahead and just look at the selection right here. Please tell me what you think about these gorgeous Scindapsus. I mean, I need them all, and I just love the fact that most of them that are on a pole are just really beautiful statement piece plants. And then you can see right here, we've got a bunch more of these Scindapsus readily available for y'all to purchase, many different varieties, many different types of variegated ones. And so that's also another thing about going to these plant shows is some vendors really specialize in a specific plant. And I love that market vibe in a sense that whenever you go to like an open market, there are certain vendors that just specify or just specialize in these sort of products. For this vendor, I have to just give the award for best Scindapsus selection. So again, if you're looking for Scindapsus, if you're looking to collect Scindapsus, go ahead and follow them on Instagram, inquire whether they can ship these plants to you directly, and go ahead and give them all your money because they deserve it. I mean, just all of the selections that they have here, I am more inspired to actually get into Scindapsus, and that's their problem, right? Whenever you are exposed to the beauty of a plant, especially the different selections that are readily available, it makes you want to spend your money. And unfortunately, not all of us have that big of a budget, but I will say even y'all just tuning in and watching my content and just having that open discussion really helps my channel out. And so I hope that even next year I will continue to be able to cover and actually promote the vendors. For me, whenever I make these YouTube videos, these long format YouTube videos, I really want to center it a lot more so on the vendors and the plants versus just me. I know that some of you guys have gotten to know me a little bit more so, my personality, and now that I'm showing myself on YouTube, which has been a lot of fun, you can get a little bit more out of me. But when it comes to just the plant content, it is about these vendors. So again, anybody watching this YouTube channel right now, if you are watching this, please go ahead and leave a comment with a timestamp in the comment section for this wonderful vendor. They were just really excited to just see me, actually filming this content. I let them know that I really wanted to showcase the beauty of their plants. I mean, can you imagine this right here? I want this. I want this Scindapsus hologram, for instance, beautiful minty variegation, or better yet, look at this one right here. I want this Scindapsus as well. This is the Rubicon variegated. It is so stunning. I believe it's like a variegated Scindapsus trubii moonlight. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I need this. This one is for $135, but the plant pricing, I get it because these plants are just gorgeous. I don't know. I am actually fanboying around here as I do this voiceover because, I mean, look, every single corner of this booth, there are so many beautiful Scindapsus, and I am just so excited to show anybody that loves plants the reasons why we need to support these vendors, but also the reasons why you need to go to PlantCon, especially if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. If they show next year, which I am 100% sure they're going to have a Dallas PlantCon. How do you not have a Dallas PlantCon when we have such a strong DFW plant community? Again, plant foldies, if you made it this far into the video, please press the thumbs up or like button for this video. And after this video, there is an option where you can swipe to the left and hype up this video. That also helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And if you know anybody that likes plants, has never seen PlantCon, and you have social media such as TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, go ahead and share this YouTube link to this specific video, because I would love for these vendors to really get the highlight as well as the praise for all of their hard work and effort to give us a beautiful show like this. you can see right here is another international vendor where they have plenty of these plants. These are again fresh imports, so you can see that these plants are wrapped in sphagnum moss, because here's the thing, in order to get a plant shipped to the United States, they have to have a phytosanitary certificate. Basically, these plants cannot have any type of foreign soil because that could potentially have some pests, as well as undergoing a lab testing to make sure that all of the plants are pest free. And so all of the plants that you have over here are fresh imports. So if you're looking for budget-friendly, cost-effective plant pricing, you can go on the route of buying plants that are fresh imports. However, if you are getting a plant that is fresh import, know that they are going to need to be acclimated, and there is a chance that they may not make it through the acclimation period. I have to put that out there because some people will buy fresh imports thinking that they will just have a beautiful plant potted up, and that is not always the case. There is a little bit more effort, and that's the reason why some people may not always buy fresh imports. I will also say that if a vendor is not transparent about having a plant fresh imports, there's this new term called fresh import flipping, where they're basically importing plants and then selling them as an acclimated plant. I would not definitely buy from a seller that is doing that, because, you know, as far as integrity and ethics, we need to make sure that we are transparent as well with the plant community and the consumers. But as you can see right here, these are all fresh imports. They've got so many beautiful orchids, different types of philodendrons, anthuriums, just many plants that you know, were imported and are needing to be acclimated. So as far as the acclimation period, there is, I would say, give it at least a month or two to really see if the plant is going to acclimate in your space. But as far as fresh imports, I will say that you are able to at least acquire plants that are a little bit more cost effective and budget friendly, especially if you're looking for plants that are part of your wish list plants. And so you can see this one right here. I kind of regret not purchasing this one. This one is such a cool orchid dendrobium. This one is the hakatsuru. I really love the variegation on the leaves. So we're just going to go ahead and walk around and see what fresh imports they have to offer at this booth. this booth right over here doesn't sell plants. They actually had a reptile show as well, but unfortunately I didn't get a chance to actually showcase the that section of the show. But you can see right here, JapaneseCharm.com. They've got different types of Japanese antiques, silk kimonos, and I honestly wish I would have bought a kimono as well. I love the texture and also the patterns. It's super elegant and I just absolutely love it. For those that don't know, this channel was actually originally an origami ASMR channel where I fold origami paper cranes. For the plant foldies that have followed my journey on YouTube, know that I fold origami paper cranes on a daily basis. My goal is to actually fold 1 million paper cranes in my lifetime, and you know, I'm getting there. We'll see if I can actually accomplish that goal. But as you can see right here, we have some beautiful Japanese gifts, you know, ideas. Look at the prints right here. And so we're just going to take a little gander at this booth and continue walking around and looking at some of the plants that PlantCon has to offer. And here we have big leaf orchids available right here. Look at this. This is another vendor that specializes in orchids. And again, that reinforces my topic of just talking about specific vendors that specialize in a plant. So if you're looking for different types of orchids, this is the vendor to go to. And you can just see they've got different types of species of orchids. I don't necessarily grow orchids. I only have one variegated Phalaenopsis orchid that has yet to rebloom, but you know what? It is still alive and it is still doing well. But as you can see right here, many different types of orchids. I think the reason why I don't specifically grow orchids is because of the care conditions and the environment that they need. I know that living out in North Dallas, I don't necessarily have that bright humidity, that bright lighting, and also the humidity that these plants will need. But as you can see right here, beautiful blooming orchids. And if you want a collection of orchids, definitely support this vendor as well. Right over here, we've got different types of workshops. So that one was currently a bonsai workshop. And then here are some of the silent bid options that a lot of these vendors had. So you can actually scan the QR code and bid on a particular plant. You can see this one right here is a variegated plumeria. It almost reminds me of like a Ficus elastica taniki, but that is another option where if you're wanting to buy some unique plants, you can also put in a bid for them. It is a silent bid, and I love that as well. So there's many different types of plants, products, planters, anything of that nature, and you can just see that this is the table that has them readily available. Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue. Look at how trailing it is. Can you imagine how many plants you can get out of this if you were to chop that up? I wouldn't though, because it is a massive plant. Now over here they had a bio orb terrarium competition. So you can see the first entry is by my good friend Fidel at the Pond Dawn. So I want to go ahead and promote his YouTube channel. Go ahead and search at the Pond Dawn and subscribe to his YouTube channel. He is based out in Dallas, Texas, and we are going to be doing some collabs. So we need to get his subscriber count up in order to do some live streams. But look at his beautiful terrarium. So they had people actually part of this competition. Let me know in the comment section which one you would choose as your winner, but this is one of the entries right over here. Gorgeous arrangement. I also have the name of the person that created these different types of terrariums with their social media, so definitely follow them. But I am curious, in the comment section, let me know which terrarium you would choose or vote on to win this this actual terrarium competition. I'm just really curious what the plant foldies would choose. Let me know in the comment section for sure, and I would tally that up. Again, all of these are beautiful entries. I have my favorite, but as far as just all of them, I loved every single one of them because they actually had some unique features. That you've seen all the entries, which one you would choose to win, let me know in the comments section. And we're just going to continue to walk around PlantCon 2025 in Dallas. I needed this Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu Blue. I wish I would have bid on it. I'm pretty sure it went to an amazing home, but that is the reasons why, again, plan to go to a plant show like PlantCon, especially if it's in Dallas. You get to meet up with me because I will make every effort to make these shows. Again, thank you so much to the PlantCon organization for choosing me to be part of the creator collective team. I really hope that my long format content will boost and get more people excited. Now, this is going to be the round out for today's video. This is rooted in Kaufman, so this is another local vendor, and you can just see that they have so many beautiful plants to choose from, even carnivorous plants. So in turn, as far as my recap for PlantCon Dallas, definitely had lots of different types of vendors. I love the fact that I was able to be part of the content creation as well, and then also just being able to hang out and meet up with a lot of plant lovers. I think that what makes these shows amazing is the good vibes. I always tell people, you invite the energy that you put out. So if you have good vibes, if you have positive energy, if you are all about just celebrating plants, showing your love for plants, as well as showing your love for your fellow plant lovers, then you are always going to have a good time. You know, PlantCon is a place where you can make new friends, make new connections, and just really showcase what the power of positivity means when it comes to just a community such as the plant community. And also, you know, as far as PlantCon as well, you know, they do have their events scheduled for a while, so you can actually plan to go. So I urge everybody to not only support the vendors, but also support PlantCon. Con. Definitely follow their socials, especially on Instagram. If you are a plant foldie, let them know in the comment section that you've seen some of my videos. Therefore, they can get some value out of my content. But as I round out this video today, I hope you guys have enjoyed a lot of my coverage for PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, Texas. I may end up getting some more videos up because I was filming for hours and hours of at a time, even though I was only able to attend one day. Anyways, let's go ahead and just make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out again to more plant lovers like yourself. I hope you guys have really enjoyed some of the commentary, and more importantly, just being able to look at plants from a point of view as if you were to walk through PlantCon Dallas. Again, please consider joining my YouTube membership tier. It is only for the price of a cup of coffee. It helps with the sustainability of this channel. It makes it possible for me to travel and actually make this type of content. My name is Richie at Growfold. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel with all the notification bell on. There is going to be more PlantCon footage coming up soon, as well as other new content. So go ahead and click on the videos that are popping up on the screen, and I'll see you on the next one.